Welcome to Grow Groups at Port City. My name is Chris and I'm the lead pastor here at Port City. We are in a series called Starting Over. And the concept of the series is that what would it be like, or the question of the series is what would it be like to live life beyond your regrets? You see, we all regret something. And we all have made mistakes and we all have sinned. The Bible says that clearly. We've all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. We've all missed the mark of what God requires, and so we all have these regrets. And these regrets keep us from living life to our fullest potential, and these regrets specifically keep us from living the life more abundantly that Jesus promised us in John chapter 10, verse 10. Some of those are regrets of action, inaction, or reaction, but they're all regrets. Some of the things that you've done, or some of those are things that have been done to you. So how do we deal with those regrets so that we can move forward and be all that we're meant to be, all that God desires for us? So there's two basic reactions to regrets, or mistakes, or sins, or whatever category your situation falls into. There's two basic reactions. The first one is this, is to simply hide it. Now Sunday at church, we use an illustration of a beach ball in a tub of water. And if you take a beach ball and you can push it down into a pool, or you can push it down into a tub of water, and you can hold it underwater. But if you let go, poof, out it comes. It just jumps out of the water. You cannot hold it down. The only way to hold it down underwater is you have to keep your hand on it. But to keep your hand on it means that you cannot go anywhere. It means that you cannot fully embrace opportunities or relationships. It means that you have to constantly keep pressure on that ball to keep it hidden underwater. And that's the way our regrets are. Yes, you can hide them for a while. And it's not that hard to hold that beach ball underwater for a few minutes. But think about days, months, years, decades. And it's tiring, and eventually what happens is the ball comes up. The regret surfaces. The sin is revealed. It all comes to light, and then we're left with this devastation. So there's a second thing that we can do, a second reaction to regret. The first is to hide it, and that's the one most of us run to first. And so this second step can be chosen after a season of hiding. Preferably, though, it is chosen immediately after the regret. And this is it. To recognize it and confront it. To recognize that it was a regret, that it was a mistake, that it was a sin, and deal with it. And the way that we deal with it is threefold. First of all, we have to be honest with ourselves and not sugarcoat, oh, it was just an oversight, or this is somebody else's fault, but take responsibility for what was our fault. So if it was an action or an inaction on our part, then we take responsibility for what we've done or not done. If it's a reaction, meaning that it's a regret that someone has done to us, someone else hurt you, someone else harmed you, you still have to recognize it and admit to what it was. Admit that you were hurt. Admit that you were damaged. Admit that it has broken you and affected you. Then you're able to take the second step in that recognition choice, and that is to take it to God. So if it's your fault and your responsibility, and it's an action or inaction that you caused, then you confess that to God. And you confess that you were wrong, that you sinned, that you're sorry, and then you allow Him to forgive you and begin to help you move forward. If it was something done to you, in other words, it's not your fault, but it is a regret. It's something that happened in your life. It scarred you, it hurt you. It is a regret, but you didn't cause it. Then you have to confess to God that you cannot deal with it alone, that you need His strength, that you need Him to give you the power to forgive. And then third, you talk to somebody else. That's what grow groups are about, and the relationships we build in grow groups. You go to a friend and you tell your story to a friend. Why is that? Friends help us become accountable. And there's something about hearing or hearing ourselves speak the fact that we recognize it, that we've dealt with it with God, that helps us and enables us to move beyond those regrets and those mistakes. So here's what I want you to do tonight. I want you to make a decision. to whatever it is in your life that you've been trying to hide, stop hiding. Go to God. Deal with it. And then clue some people that are in your circle of influence or in your circle of relationships. Clue some people in. And then have them walk with you as you journey to a life beyond regret. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you Sunday and next week at Grow Group. We'll see you soon.